I'm Jenny Clary and I'm your transformational nutrition coach. And today I wanted to talk about habit change and how to get a stronger body. So, I'm about getting the body you crave. And even though I have the body that I crave, your cravings are always going to be changing. So, my cravings are changing at the moment, and I want a stronger body. I want it to be more powerful. I want to be able to rely on it more. And so now, the reason why this was brought up was because during my new love for jujitsu, when we're doing drills, I started to realize even though I have, what would be considered, a healthy body, if I were to just look at it by the cover, um, be like, oh, you have a pretty healthy body. But when you actually put my body to the test by doing some drills, like in my book, the results ain't so good, right? So let's change that, right? I realize this, I become aware of this, I see this. Now let's take action and do something about it, right? And this is where the power is, because a lot of times people think knowledge is power, which, is only half of the equation. It's knowledge plus doing it, the action of it, okay? And so now I'm doing it, and I'm only doing it, and I'm a huge advocate of baby steps, doing those small wins, because we hate changing. Our body is so smart. It's just like, dude, I've been surviving this many years, so awesome doing what I'm doing, how I've been doing things, like, I don't want to change. So you're going to get, and if you don't get that much resistance in the slight beginning, because a lot of times for the New Year's resolution, like, you can go the first couple of weeks and then after that, like, you lose it, right? And typically that's because you do it so hard, like you're going every single day and it's not really sustainable for you. It's too big of a chunk for you to take. So breaking it down and really making it simple. So I'm doing 5 minutes a day just because I know myself and I can do it. But you might need to start off with maybe even just 1 minute a day, which I always recommend for people who don't move at all. I'm like, dude, just get some movement in. It could just be a minute a day. You can literally just run in place. You can do some jumping jacks. You can do some jump rope, and you don't have to go to the gym. Even just doing that, with high intensity, as hard as you can, you are gonna feel like a slight sweat, even more than a sweat for some of you folks, which is me. That's what I feel when I do really intense for just 1 minute. So that's why, you don't have to do these hours, half-hour workouts, Yeah, maybe if you're trying to do competition or be really competitive, so it's going to be different for what your goals are. But if you're just trying to move, just move, Don't make these crazy workout plans. So for me, what I just want to share with you, I'm actually doing 5 minutes. So I'm doing 2 minutes total of cardio, because I think a lot of times a lot of people focus on either cardio or either on muscle, training your muscles and building your muscles, right? And a lot of times you either focus on one and the other, when it should be both very balanced. So what I'm doing, even though it's not necessarily balanced, now that I'm looking at it, it's not 50-50, but whatever. I'm doing 2 minutes of cardio that's broken up, so 1 minute in the beginning, and then I'm ending my workout with 1 minute of cardio as well. And then the other 3 exercises I'm doing is building on each portion of my body. So 1 minute is focusing on my arms, the second minute is focusing on my core, and the third minute is focusing on my legs. And these can be put in different orders. A lot of times people think things are so complicated. I'm not an exercise scientist. I just know, it's very simple. You can go back to the basics, and that's where you can win at. You're winning at fundamentals. You don't have to make things so complicated. So literally, I'm sharing with you with my cardio. You don't have to have a gym membership. You don't even have to own any equipment. I'm just literally doing jumping jacks at the moment. And Here's a really good tip for you. Instead of just like blah, 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 just doing jumping jacks, really engage your whole arms, your whole legs, your core, your whole body when you're doing these jumping jacks. And you'll notice a difference. And then doing it as fast as you can. Also doing that when you jump rope, if you want to invest in a jump rope, it's not that much money, or just running in place, or you can come up with other ideas, just getting your heart really pumping, right? The other thing that I'm doing is then after that is, so arms. For arms, I'm either doing pull-ups, chin-ups, or push-ups, and there's no science to this. Like sometimes I'm just doing pure 1-minute push-ups, and I can't even do a straight up, like proper form push-up. So I'm actually going on my knees. So ladies, please start on your knees if you don't even have enough of that strength to do a full push-up on your own. Hey, no, don't let that ego get in the way. Don't sacrifice good form and messing up your back even more or whatever. So just drop those knees. That's what I do. I'm on my knees and I'm just working on my push-ups. And I have my pull-up bar, so I can barely do one pull-up, so I'll just do my one pull-up and then do my push-ups, or I'll do a couple of my chin-ups and then do my push-ups. Then from that, I'll do a minute of squats, and I hate squats. I can't even say the word squats. I hate it with a passion. I try to avoid it as much as I can, even when I was in my paleo CrossFit phase, and we would have to do squats. Like, I would hate it. And here's the funny thing, in jiu-jitsu, you're like squatting like all the time. So you need to be good at squatting, and you need to be doing it all day, every day. And so I was asking, is there any other drill that I can do to, not have to do the squats? Because I hate it because I'm not doing it right. It doesn't feel good. And literally my coach is like, you just need to do it. And so now I'm doing it. I've only been doing it for a while, but already it's not as bad as it was in the beginning, but it's still bad because, like I said, our body doesn't like to change and switch up what we're doing. Third thing that I like to do after that is core. So instead of doing, a lot of people sometimes think like sit-ups and stuff like that. It's kind of like a modified version of it. I'm calling it a triangle choke, if you want to add it in, drill, because in jiu-jitsu, MMA, that's what they do. And I feel like it's even way more of a workout than, core as a sit-up. And I'm kind of against sit-ups anyways. So I'll put a link of someone really describing how to do this triangle, and you might really love this as a exercise for core. And also legs, because it incorporates the legs a little bit. And that's all I do. And then I end with my 1 minute of cardio. This might change, but the whole goal, the whole objective is just to focus on my goal of having better cardio and strength in a 5-minute period or 1 minute period, that I don't, my intensity trails off or I'm like huffing and puffing. I want all of that gone. And for that to happen, I have to get my body used to moving and getting and being at that intensity, right? So even if it's just for 1 minute a day, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day, it doesn't seem like much, but it's really going to be transformational, because when you start doing it every day, after a while, like, it's going to become so much more of a piece of cake, because your body's used to doing this. And it's like saying like, and it's not going to resist you anymore. And it's going to be like, oh, okay, like, I like doing this now. So I highly recommend that. I'm currently going through this right now, and I just wanted to give you some tips for these habit changes. Is start small, do 1 minute, and build up to 5 minutes. Also, once you get to that level, even better is doing that 1 minute or 5 minute multiple times throughout the day. So if you're just doing 1 minute, like, do it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like before you eat. Like, adding that reward to it is key. And that's what I do for me. I do it in the morning, and I'm like, before I eat, my first meal of the day, I have to be able to do this, and that's my reward, and that's how I kind of keep myself accountable. So I highly recommend that. If you are going to start off just once on the day, start in the morning. That's when you have like the most quote unquote willpower, right? And because when you get towards the end of the day, you're just like, F it, like your brain is fried from work and all this other drama that's going on in your life, right? So before any of that fills up in your head, get it done in the morning. I'm a huge advocate of doing that. And the other tip that I have for you is to just stay strong, stay persistent, and stay committed. Because even me, I'm having my days where I'm just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Even though I know how much I really do want to do it, it is my goal and it is my passion to be able to be at that type of fitness level. At the same time, you know, you're battling like not even your own years of you doing things not this way, right? It's a total complete change, but you're also battling thousands of years from your great, 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 great grandparents who, you know, want to like not put as much effort in that's needed to survive in life, right? Like if I don't have to do that to survive in life, like why would I want to do that, right? So just reminding yourself it's a mental battle versus more of a physical battle. And I would love to actually add in, because one of the things that this to me is just another like warrior habit that I'm adding into my life. And the other warrior habit that I have been doing for a while that I used to hate so much in the beginning is taking cold showers. And I don't literally take a cold shower. I start off by taking a hot shower and then ending my showers with a super duper cold shower for at least a minute. And I used to hate it, and now like my body just doesn't get as shocked anymore. But it took a really long time for it to finally build up at that level and for me to actually really like it. And then on top of that, like I feel amazing for completing it because of that small win, right? So there you have it. Stick with it. Whether you're going to be doing, you know, this exercise or physical movement activity challenge. I would love to hear it in the comments below if that's what you're going to do. If you're going to do a minute, 5 minutes, what are you going to do? Are you going to use the little outline that I gave you or something else? So write it down, like make an announcement to the world, you know, that you're going to be doing this, even if because they're not going to care, you know, like, you know, afterwards, like we're so worried about what people think, like honestly, they could care less, but it's just the act of being, vocal and sharing with people that makes it a stronger commitment. And then even if it's not that and you're going to be doing something else, maybe you're like, hey, I really want to do that cold shower thing, then awesome, like write it down and comment below, share with the world. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like fitness, it can be anything, like, oh, like I want to eat an apple a day. Awesome. Like write it down in the comments below and share with us. If you have any other questions, please let me know. You can put it in the comments below, or you can personally reach out to me at connect@jennyclary.net. Also, please like this video if you like it. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to find out more about how to live the fulfilled life through mind, body, and spirit. And last but not least, I like to end with that you're amazing. Remember, this is all mental work. So a lot of times our mind is so fucked up, rude to ourselves that we say the craziest shit. So don't listen to it. You're amazing. You are awesome how you are right this minute. You do not need to change, and just accept it and accept your badass self how you are right now. All right, take care. Bye.